Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds. Bruno Surace, Jaime Munguia.
Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, please.
Top 10 Ring Magazine super middleweights going at it. He got knocked out in that last fight, but there was a lot hard against that right hand.
That's one of them, and anytime
The second.
you can see Surace went for that home run right hand right off the bat.
Where Munguia is carrying his left hand, almost high, and now suddenly he's a top 10 super middleweight. Does Jaime Munguia revert to form? So we start to see the same.
Yeah, especially when you have a mover moving around the ring laterally.
Has suddenly developed confidence. Could be an extremely dangerous job outside of boxing. This is someone who twice
Doesn't believe me, but I tell him that boxers are smart. They don't need an education.
in every capacity. How many credits away are you? Left hand to the body there from Munguia. I took 1 year of college French, guys. I got it. Munguia would have now in the Reynoso camp 4 knockouts coming into that fight against Jaime Munguia, but he loads up on that. Jaime Munguia, you should have a pretty clear idea of how Bruno Surace
To the body, that's going to be money for Munguia.
Munguia there a moment ago. Sergio, one habit.
Vladimir, you know, they had all of that wide torso. They were strong, they're off balance, and can get attacked. I think if he's going to take advantage of Surace moving his right foot.
He said, I'm not sure that I belong here. I might be going back to 160.
He has a wide torso. You know, fighters like that. You know, they
that right hand well. Did eat a nice stiff jab there from
bringing his hands back to defense.
Good left hand to the body.
He's gonna attack, feint, and then feint and attack. Keep digging that forearm. That forearm and that elbow will keep digging into your rib. This is the most I've seen Munguia feint with that heavy front.
Seated ringside of that Reynoso Canelo style.
Yeah, tight guard, and this is doing a lot more responsibly behind that hard jab.
As he's gone up the scale at 154, he was so physically over. That's led to some very physical fights as he moved up the scales.
Make the mistake first.
Surace looking for the best in boxing. He's had some wear and tear over the last couple of years.
Counter with that overhand hook around the guard. That's going to be his money punch.
Around the guard of Munguia there. That'll do it.
No concern on the footwork at all. They just want him to stay out.
What are you hearing?
Thank you, Corey. There's a lot of confidence in Surace's court.
It's not a glamorous superstar. This is why we have the best French speaker of the 4 of us.
That's why he's so calm and patient right now.
Ross.
Good shots. He didn't have 112 round fight under his belt in 28 fights.
Well, that would explain.
Bruno Surace, I could understand why he's an undefeated fighter in 28 fights, man.
He's not doing that quite as frequently in this fight.
They hate homecoming fights. There's too much pressure to shine. There's too much.
Nice right hand.
That overhand right that could come in and do some damage.
Toiling in obscurity in France, if not getting a fairly lately, might not have been discovered. We see how good Surace now really was a complete unknown.
But look at how Munguia, you know, strikes whenever given an opportunity, and
respectfully, he was basically a club fighter in France. His level of competition. Only having 5 knockouts. I mean, we saw what he did to Munguia there. That's a beautiful left hook to the body, and now a right hand as well.
Aim at the body, aim at the biceps. Keep those.
Jaime Munguia, much more selective puncher during this fight.
Body. You can't keep taking that punishment, and your confidence.
Looks like Munguia getting a little bit of confidence in his offense here. Of Bruno Surace, a better round there in round 5 for Jaime.
He needs to start this 6th round, and that's what they're telling him in the corner. You need to aim at counter punch, and that's what he's looking for.
All right, Chris Mannix, let's take a look at your scorecard. Yeah, I've been for Jaime Munguia. Got his momentum going, got his offense closing the gap.
Bit of the top. See, just like that. That's going to keep the elbows in
Ross, that is something that Surace will do. He'll lean back, he'll take those sequences that he got caught with.
Yeah, you need to stay in there. Once you break
up and landed a straight right. Munguia loading up on his own right hand here.
And I go back to Fernando Vargas used to do that technique. Munguia start peeling the guard of his opponent. He would do it with I-Corte, I remember. King Khan
promotion. He's up on the cards or marginally down. He has proven that he belongs. And a right hand to the body there a moment ago. There's that right hand with Munguia wise who upset Chavez Sr. And they have one
excellent fighter
in his last fight, but I do think we're seeing the Eddie Reynoso influence, a different type of fight.
Yeah, but not only that, but you're mentally strong. You learn just by watching as well. And this is what but by opening up, you're gonna open up yourself to one of those punches. This is how you gotta end close rounds. Shine and steal the round, Sugar Ray Leonard style. That's
server here tonight, Chris. That is a man with a vested interest in the outcome of the main event.
That his corner wants him. Munguia needs rhythm. Jab. See, front foot throwing caution to the wind. Now, if he sets up the power,
he's thinking long term for a fighter like Munguia, who's been
throwing 3 reckless punches just to the body.
60 and above, you could see, even though he was in his mid-20s. Munguia stays behind that newfound high frame. And that more responsible like this may add years to his career. To call that this could definitely prolong his career. Starts to sell out a little more, hunching over to block those body shots. Makes a
yeah, not only that, but like I said, he's really a 6 to 8 round.
Shocking December encounter, which Surace
the left hook and the right hand behind it, and yeah, Munguia just barely
brand new stablemate, Canelo Alvarez in our main event. 7 to 75 in favor of Jaime Munguia. I think seizing the lead on my scorecard. With left hand to the body there from out. The hands were high. He caught the right hand of Surace. Kind of goes into that shell to keep those arms over the midsection.
Back. Good body shot there by Munguia. A more prepared Jaime Munguia. Clever move. You know, jumping in with an uppercut like that.
From those situations, the right hand over the top there from Surace. Round 10 underway.
Back if he did win that last round. And there's that sneaky uppercut.
Munguia continues to be safety elegant. No question about that. And I'm also sure that
defensive type trainer. Everything's a new school Mexican style of fight.
Day. There is a real belief and trust there from Munguia. Quick combination. Left hook landing so. Chopping shot there.
He epitomizes the Mexican style, but that was
the only idea that Surace has been able to muster.
Oh, good shot to the body.
Right hand breaks through there from Munguia.
To the body. Every time Munguia lands that left hand, his knee.
Round 11, fence of Jaime Munguia, not really finding an opportunity there. He's sometimes moving to his left, and Munguia throwing that sweeping right hand.
That's been the difference in this Munguia.
Yeah, tight guard. Nice right hand with the overall body shots.
Tight guard and upper your waist and your foot to that punch.
You see much of that from him in this fight, but Munguia comes back with a Surace trying to be a little bit more assertive and to throw that right hand. He lets that right hand go. He exposed him into round 11 here.
He isn't creative. He keeps trying that left hook that we talked about a few rounds. Eye to side, stay fluid, move your waist.
Final 10 seconds here in round 11. Round to go here in the rematch. It's funny, Sergio. Round after round, Eddie Reynoso. Final round heroics from Munguia in the past. He doesn't, which, in my opinion, a fight he's comfortably ahead. They're talking he needs one in this fight.
Munguia doesn't need to learn toughness.
Ohana trying to suppress those urges to do something fantastic here. Yeah, that final round. Surace thinking about it as well. And Munguia backs him up.
Follow a game plan to the end. Move his upper body.
Ooh, counter right hand over the seen him, Sergio, return to that level.
With this performance, 100%.
Took there from Munguia. Stepped out, got out of danger as he comes back with a nice one.
I thought he was just a stubborn fighter, a former champion that canceled 46 fights, maybe in dog years.
He is on that level that he was at the Eric Kazinian.
Any of those names.